I want to tell you of a story. Like I did those videos in the past couple of weeks of one where the young woman found out her that her boyfriend was married. She found out he was married and she turned him loose and let him know, I'm not messing with you no more. Did a video of the two married people who divorced their wives and married their side chicks. And we talked about it and we discussed it. And I got a lot of views and comments concerning those videos. And we talked about it in the comment section. Now, the story I want to tell you now, and I don't really want to discuss it because in my town, we respect the dead. Someone died, that means they paid their dues, and you're supposed to respect the dead. You're not supposed to speak of them. But the reason I want to do this story is because of the law of cause and effect in the universe. Because of this, these are the consequences, cause and effect. And now you always hear me say that we're breaking the laws of the universe. Well, the epitome of what I've been saying in the last 2 weeks, and I appreciate y'all for listening, but the epitome of what I was saying is, and the wages of it, what I've been saying, I've been talking about shacking. I've been talking about marriages, divorces, where one party leaves and what happens when that occurs. And I've been talking about shacking, divorce, and side chicks, and what occurs. And this story that I'm about to tell you, and I'm gonna read it. It's a summation. It's a, it reveals the truths in what we were saying in our conversations, because it's the epitome of what can happen when you're dealing with this world, the children of this world. Like I said in the video, that's what we're dealing with. We come down here because we can make it back up there, but the children of this world, they can't, because they're not dealing with their karma. They're still down here being dysfunctional and they can't make it back up there. And so I spoke of that. I said that we have to pass those tests when we're dealing here, going through those initiations and dealing down here in this underworld to get back. Because we come down here, we're gods that come down here to experience the flesh. And then we must leave here and go back to our godliness. But everyone can't make it back because everyone is not of that. And so this story that I'm about to tell you is what we've been speaking of. And it's let me begin. Clayton County, Georgia, a 23-year-old missing woman's boyfriend is charged with murder after her dismembered and burnt remains were discovered in 2 different locations in Tennessee last week. The title of the story is Georgia Woman Killed, Dismembered, Burned, and allegedly finding out her boyfriend was married. Let me say that again. Georgia woman killed, dismembered, burned, after allegedly finding out her boyfriend was married. So let's dig into it. I could do it, but a lot of times I'll be doing stories and I go so slow because I'm trying to put it together and not miss facts. So let me read a little bit and let me read it. A 23-year-old missing woman's boyfriend is charged with murder after her dismembered and burned remains were discovered in 2 different locations in Tennessee last week. Brianna Winston. And let's start for a moment and say a prayer for her. God bless you, God. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Amen. Brianna Winston, God bless her, was reported missing to the Clayton County Police Department on April the 1st, after her family became concerned that she had not been seen or heard from since March 16. Relatives went to her apartment and saw that it had been completely cleaned out by Michael Edwards, or Michael Edwards, but it's spelled Michael Edwards, her living boyfriend and father of her child. The family also learned that she had not showed up on work, up to work on March 17th. Clayton County Police said that Brianna Winston, the deceased, disappearance was exceptionally suspicious in nature, and they had reason to believe she was dead, that she was deceased. The missing person case transitioned into a homicide investigation. Clayton County, according to Clayton County Police Lieutenant Ashanti Marbury, this who was assigned the case, investigators traveled to Tennessee on May 6th after receiving information that Brianna Winston, the deceased, remains could be located there. They went to Tennessee because somebody told them that they could find her remains there. They met with a man on May 7th who initially would not provide details to the police, but Marbury said investigators presented him with a proffer, P-R-O-F-F-E-R, proffer, meaning he would be immune from charges. That's a legal term, proffer. Then when they go talk to somebody and say, well, if you tell us that, well, you'll be immune from charges. He was presented. They met with a man and they gave him a proffer. The man, who was not publicly identified, told police that Edwards went to Winston's apartment on March 17th, saying that Mikhail Edwards, her living boyfriend, came to the apartment on March 17th, and the two argued about his infidelity. Marbury, the detective, said that Edwards secretly had wedded another girl with a similar name. Her name is Brianna Phillips, in January. So her and him got in an argument. They lived together, and they got a child together in an apartment. They shacking. And so they got in an argument because Brianna Winston, who is dead now, she found out that he had married another girl named Brianna. Okay, let's get back to the story. He then said that Marbury said Edwards secretly wedded Brianna Phillip Edwards in January, and Winston, the girl who's dead, reportedly found out about it. Edwards allegedly choked Winston during the fight, killing her. And then he put her body in a suitcase. And went to another location where he and the witness, the one who telling the story, who went to the police and told her, burned her remains in a barrel. Lieutenant Marbury, said the two men covered her body in an accelerant, like putting gas on it, lit it on fire, and kept the flames going until she was just a skeleton, till it was skeleton remains. After, Edwards allegedly took some of the remains to drop off on the side of the road. Now, he took part of her body, that's what they saying, took some of the remains and dropped off on the side of the highway, while the other man who telling the story disposed of the rest of the remains in a cemetery behind a goddamn church. Mikhail Edwards, the boyfriend, was arrested in April on a charge of aggravated stalking, but investigators say he reportedly spoke with his girlfriend, Brianna Phillips, on the phone from jail and allegedly asked her to burn a pair of shoes and gloves. Edwards' mama and his brother allegedly assisted in destroying those items. Edwards, her boyfriend, is now charged with aggravated assault, malice murder, a felony murder, and tampering with evidence. His mama and brother are also charged with conspiracy to tamper with evidence. There's a warrant for his wife, Brianna Phillips Edwards, because she allegedly let him use her car to drive to Tennessee and was well aware of her whereabouts on March 17th. She knew that girl did what they did to Brianna Winston. It turned into a family affair, Marbury said. He definitely looped everyone into his crime. We just went into a conversation, and I don't want to mention that story of, we just had, my comedy and the viewers, I would say to you, let me slow down. I would say to you that we just spoke of how one young lady, and I'm not going to mention it because she don't have nothing to do with this, and I don't like doing that, but we just did a story where that girl told that boy he been married, and I said, go on about your business, leave me. You see? Told him, go on, leave me, go on about your business. I ain't, no, hell no, bye. Because the wages of sin. There's a lot of laws involved in this and a lot of universal laws. For one, think about this. He was living with his baby. He had a child in that apartment he was living with that child, his baby's mother. And went and married. Now, they shacking. We discussed shacking you could go see my videos. Shacking, it leads to sin. It is against the laws of the universe. It's improper. It's not the way this is supposed to be. Our families are supposed to be established. Not through shacking. When he had that baby and all, why didn't you marry her? And I ain't getting any business, but this is our business when it comes to our community. And look, we just lost a female to this foolishness that we're speaking of. That lady, that girl did. From the same shit that we talking about. So I'm going to dig into it. You think I ain't when I am? Shit, you think I won't when I fucking will. Because how the fuck you got a baby from her already living in an apartment? What was wrong with marrying her and creating a family? Then no, you went because that's them. That's them. I told you down here, they gonna show you. I told you in my last video, these children of this world that you dealing with, you're gonna have to go through it, because they'll show your ass who their father is and what the heavens say, but you not showing the world who you are, that you love God, you love me. Why you don't show? Because they damn sure get up every morning. They'll show you. How the fuck you burn somebody? You take part of the damn body and you can, well, look, take that over there. What kind of people them is? What kind of beings will pick up somebody that they just burned up, split it in half? You go hide it behind the goddamn church, and I'm gonna put this part on the side of the goddamn highway. Who do some shit like that? Who could and then your mom and your brother helping you with that shit? Man, come on, cuz. Come on, man. God damn, this shit here ain't this shit ain't hard, cuz. God damn, come on, man. And this is what we talking about. Look what she dealt with. Look what, and then like I did on my video where I showed the stepfather and I said, Mama, you'll come home. Daddy ain't that funny. That's what I said on that video. Why did you have to kill her? If that night you had done, see, that's what I'm saying. He had done fucked up. Fuck, you had to kill her. Why she couldn't let her go home? Because evil. Can't let that lady live. And she got your child. You had them win it. Just like the story. Listen, just go look at it. Go look at the video I just did before it. Look at it. That's what I was talking about. You living with her, how the fuck you gonna go propose and marry her in January? And then go kill that girl in goddamn March? And she found out about your bullshit. This is what we talking about. And see, this is the epitome of it, because I was telling you the wages of sin, all that, this shit that we doing, if we don't get this shit straightened out, this is what it leads to. Kim lost her life over this same shit. I just did it that we did about a week ago. Look at this shit, man. It's already going on, man. I ain't gonna meddle in it too much. I'm not gonna, and I ain't gonna wallow you in the mud on it. But we've been looking at it and talking about it. All that's been in the comment section talking about it. And I heard shit. The girl was like going to school for law and studying, she's gonna be trying to be somebody. And ran into the beings of this world, ran into these demons, man. They're here. I tell you, what this world that we're living in now, we're in the end times. But I ain't gonna get into that because it ain't about that. She lost her life, and God bless her soul. Let's just take it back to how I started it. I just wanted to tell it because we just did a couple of videos about this. And I'm saying I would say to I could say to the females, because that's what it's on, and I could say, well, to females and males. But when you really get down, dig down into the, take yourself and dig down real deep in it, to those who have God and to those who have this, against it's the polarity, the law of polarity. We're dealing with good and evil. You're dealing with good and evil. It's, you've been going to church about it all your life. We're just talking about it in a different manner. And I hate that girl, God bless her, that she lost her life for the sake of you and I having to learn the difference. You have to use discernment with these people, man. You guys and you girls, young people coming up married. And that's why it says, that's why the Bible gives you instruction to marry when you marry, and when you come into, know them from your youth. If you went to school and, in your neighborhood, you knew who the fuck, who not the fuck, what family, you knew. And so then you knew you could choose a boy from that breed or that line, and you couldn't mess with them. But you go meet some complete stranger, and just because y'all laid in bed together, like, oh man, that shit was good, cuz, shit, I love you too, let's go do it again tomorrow night, and then you go and shack up or marry, or because of that, then that's no foundation in that. There's no foundation in that. Look, she had a baby from him and been living with him, and look what he did. He went and married someone else and then killed her. I'm not gonna dig too deep, and I think really, I told the story, and I think the story, it speaks for itself. It speaks for itself. I don't have to add, not no nail, salt, or pepper. You don't need no dip for it. Shit, don't need no coke. It speaks for itself. And it saddens me, but I think I'll do another. Before I go, let's just do another moment of silence. And I think maybe it's some female out there, maybe some male, that understand this from the point of view of our side. We are the children of the sun. We come and go from here up above. And this is what we're dealing with down here. So to Brianna Winston and her family, we give a moment of silence and a moment of peace.